Right, okay, welcome back to Exehaven Harbour, episode 61. I couldn't believe it last time when I was doing the editing, and I realised it was the 60th episode on the previous one, so amazing where the time goes really. So here we are, back at Badley Regis station, as is. So the tracks to both of the main platforms have been laid. I'm very pleased with that. It's all the wires have been soldered for the dropper wires. It hasn't been wired in yet to the bus, so that'll be one of my next jobs really, because I want to itching to test it out to make sure it all works. But what I'm going to do, because I think I may have room for a third platform on the left hand side here, so if I get my finger coming through here, there it is. So down here, the platform's going to be 3 centimetres wide, which in reality 2 millimetres to the foot is about 15 feet. So the other side of that, I want to perhaps come up there with a platform that is not full length, but will take a 4-coach passenger train, like perhaps an interregional service, or it will certainly take a 2-car DMU. The only thing that it won't have is a sort of reversing loop as such. So that is the only thing with that. I won't have room for that because I want to get the small TMD over there as well, in here somewhere. And but I think it might be a good addition, just to give me a little extra flexibility really, and a nice little extra addition. So I'm going to have a little look at that now, and maybe the next thing you'll see is the third line into that platform in place. But watch this space. Hi everyone, and we're now back, and I'm going to call these two kits basically done. We've done the Arch Laser Cinema, and I've just finished the bookshop kit. So I'll be back to you in a second, and I'll show you the finished items. So we'll start on the right hand side with the cinema, and I've painted it all up, and there's some lovely detail with this kit. It really does sort of build up, if you can see, in layers. There's about 3 different layers there, maybe even 4 with this piece that goes across there. It was nice and simple to put together. The roof just needs some slight adjustment. I just need to put some weight on there to get that down and glued. But on the whole, it was a great kit to do. I love the windows and doors. Absolutely brilliant. And I've made the sign up myself, and the 2 pictures are from the actual film, and I've chosen the longest day mainly because I was born in September 1962, and this was one of the big films during that month in 1962, so that's why it got that film put on there. And the name of the cinema, the Ritz, well, near where I live, in Southend-on-Sea, there used to be a cinema many years ago, and it was called the Ritz, and I remember it quite well with some fond memories from probably the early 60s. I mean, it's not there anymore, but it was a real old-fashioned cinema, and I actually even remember going to a Scout Jamboree gang show thing there. That was quite good, as if I remember rightly. Anyway, that's going back a few years. But yeah, so that's really come up quite nicely. I've got to weather it a bit. I've done a little bit, but I'm going to do a bit more. I'm not sure whether I want to go overkill on that. And the bookshop, really pleased with that. That's a lovely little kit. Pretty simple to do. Take your time. I've painted all this up as well. Let's see if I can get in there a little bit closer. I've managed to even get the mortar into the brick lines, which is really I'm really quite pleased with. The roof itself was excellent. What a lovely part of the kit that is. But all in all, it's a fantastic little kit, and for low relief they are really good. And this one, the front of the shop here has built up in about 4 layers, and it is really lovely, lovely to build. And I've made the sign myself. Now most of the shops and businesses on this layout will take a name from a friend of mine and my friend Mark. His surname is Ward, and he likes a book, and I decided to make that Mark's bookstore. The sign took me ages to make, getting it the right size, probably about an hour, to be honest. It's only 3mm high, as you can see my finger in there, and getting the font right to sit in 3mm was not as easy as it would first seem. But I'm so pleased with that I can't wait to get on to the next ones. I'm getting through these pretty quickly actually, which is almost a shame. But yeah, that's where I'm at with them. Hope you like them. And I'll see you in the next segment. Right, okay, so this is the track plan for the TMD area. I've been thinking about it for a good few days. I haven't had a real chance to get out here actually for about 3 or 4 days. But I was talking in the last episode about having another track coming in for this platform here, and I just haven't got the room. I think that's the bottom line. But there's a track here for the maintenance depot. I've got a fueling point coming, and that'll go on this track here, and then basically we've got a little stabling point for an engine. I'd like to do more, but there just isn't the room. I am going to extend out a little bit, and I'll show you that a bit later on, but that still won't give me the room up on this sort of upper level. So, but I'm happy with that. I mean, Badley Regis is not meant to be a huge station by any means, and I think 2 platforms and a little sort of TMD will probably do the job. So that's where we're at now. So I'm going to solder up the dropper wires to the track, and then I'm going to wire it all up, because none of this is wired up yet. So that's going to take me probably the best part of the day. Again, I won't show you that. I might come back at varying points just to show you where I've got to. But you know, the wiring is pretty straightforward, and a bit boring to watch. So that's where we're at, and I'm just going to get on with it now, and I'll speak to you shortly. Right, okay, so a really quick update. The tracks are in. So what we're looking at is TMD track. This will be the refueling track, and a little stabling point for when we've got a spare diesel hanging around. I've just got to put a bit more actually. I've just realised as I'm filming this, I'm not sure you can see that, but just going up here just out of shot is where the goods shed's going to be. So and I'll probably put a little head shunt or something up there as well to fit the largest engine that I have. So yeah, so all the wiring, everything's soldered on, the wiring's in, the track's screwed down for now, and we're getting there. So yeah, so Badley Regis is getting to the point of having the track in and properly started on. So there we go. So I'll be back in the next segment. Right, okay, so that's the overall view. This is the Budleigh Regis junction. So the 2 main lines, the 2 main lines run off round here. And obviously this is the Badley Regis branch that goes down here. So this is just an update really everything's in place now. All the track is in place. It's not wired in. Everything has been soldered. All the dropper wires are on, and the two appropriate buildings that I've got, so the goods shed here and the TMD in the far distance there, and obviously the three tracks which will form Badley Regis station, the middle track being the runaround for the engines, and the two outer tracks of the three will be the platforms. So that's taken, as usual, much longer than I think, but I'm quite pleased with how that's turned out now. So what I'm hoping to do, I can't do anything else the rest of the day. It's Mrs. Exehaven's birthday, so happy birthday to her. And I've got a few chores to do this afternoon before she comes home from work. I'm out tomorrow, so I'm hoping Friday morning I can get it wired up, and I may even get a video out this week, so that'll be 2 weeks on the trot, just to show you everything working. He says, fingers crossed. So yeah, yeah, good morning. Well, it's a good, actually I've been out here for about 3.5 hours, and actually I've just about had enough now. I need some lunch, and but yeah, overall very pleased. So we'll catch up with you hopefully for a demo on how it works. Cheers, see you shortly. Okay, so here we are, probably a couple of days later, and we are all wired up, and we're about to witness the first train into Badley Regis. I hope this works okay. I've got it on my tripod, which isn't great, but here she comes. Hopefully this will be reasonably steady as we come in. Comes into shot again. Hopefully I've stopped it in time. Oh, the driver. Superb. Not on strike. Right, okay, so now we're going to go round on the runaround track. Right, and now she's going to run in on to platform 1. Okay, now we're going to run out through the run round track. Actually, I've done the points. And I'm going to bring her into the TMD where she's going to rest. And she goes down there. And that's shot now. Get it on the tripod. And here she comes into the TMD, so pretty satisfied with this. I did get a couple of the wires around the wrong way, changed that, and everything is running okay. There she goes. Beautifully parked by the driver, and I think we'll call it a day on this video. Thanks as usual everybody for all your support. Even more subscribers on board now, so thank you all for joining. And I'll see you in episode 62 of Exehaven Harbour. Cheers everybody.